Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you, my students? I hope that you're happy and healthy and ready for today's lesson, which is the grammar. And as you know, the grammar lesson, always we're learning something new, and we'll be taking lots and lots of exercise. But before we do that, let's revise our previous lesson. Pair work. Write a paragraph about an animal, describe the animal and its behavior, but don't say what kind of animal it is. Exchange the paragraph with your partner. Guess what kind of animal your partner's paragraph is about. If you remember the previous lesson, I asked you to write about an animal without saying the animal itself. The animal, its behavior, what do you do with it? Then exchange the paragraph with a friend and try to figure out what the animal is. We also took this language builder here. This is really important, that concrete words, we say concrete words, are words of things that you can see, you can hear, you can touch, like a book. You can touch a book, you can hear a song, you can see a star. But abstract words are words describing some things that you can't see or touch or even hear, like love, freedom, hope, and hate. You can't see hate, you can't touch hate, you can't hear hate. That's why we call it abstract word. So today's objectives: learn passive modals structure. So we'll be learning about passive. Change active sentences to passive. Learn the passive with reporting verbs. So we'll be learning about the passive today. So let's read it together, then we will break it one by one. So passive modals follow this structure. So this is the structure of passive modal. The modal plus be plus the past participle. So this is the structure here, the form. Modal, be, past participle. So the active modal here, they will release the tiger into the wild. This is the active here. They will release the tiger into the wild. So we say the tiger will be released. Will, this is the modal here. Will be, this is it. Released, this is the past participle of the verb release. Release becomes released into the wild. So the structure of the passive modal consists of three parts: the modal, be, and the past participle. The vet may cancel the cat's checkup. So we say the cat's checkup may be cancelled. May be cancelled. Very good. You can train a parrot to talk. So parrots can be trained to talk. Excellent. You should clean the bird's cage weekly. Notice here in the active modal, it's just two words, should and clean. But in the passive modal, we have three. Should be cleaned. Again, you should clean the bird's cage weekly. So we say the bird's cage should be cleaned weekly. So notice here, we always, in the passive, we always begin with the object. You have to provide fresh water every day. So what's the object here? Yes, fresh water. So that's what we're beginning with. Fresh water has to be provided every day. You must keep your hamster in the cage. Your hamster in the cage. What's the object here? Yes, your hamster. That's what we're beginning with. Your hamster must be kept in the cage. So this is how we change an active modal to a passive modal. We begin with the object, then we put the structure, the modal plus be plus the past participle, then we continue our sentence. So the owners have pampered the cat. Change this into passive. The owners have pampered the cat. So what's the object here? Yes, the cat. So how do we write? How do we change this active sentence into passive? So we say, yes, the cat has been pampered by its owner. The cat has been pampered by its owners. Very good. So this is the passive modals. So the verb is comprised of the auxiliary has, this is the modal, plus form of be, any form of be. Here we have been. Then we write the past participle pampered. So the auxiliary or the modal here is has. Then any form of be, which we have here is been. Then the past participle. Excellent. So change these sentences into passive. They will find the lost cat. They will find the lost cat. So begin with the object. Very good. The lost cat will be found. This is the past participle. Will be found. Will be found. The cat may catch the mice. The cat may catch the mice. Excellent. The mice may be caught by the cat. The mice, the object here, may be caught by the cat. You have to feed the birds every morning. You have to feed the birds. So the object here is the birds. So we say the birds have to be fed every morning. The birds have to be fed every morning. Very good. So here we're talking about reporting verbs, the passive with reporting verbs. Reporting verbs are used to say what other people say or believe about something. What are reporting verbs? Reporting verbs are used to do what? To say what other people say. So we say what other people say or other people believe about something. The word say here, the word say, is the most common reporting verb. We have many reporting verbs, but the verb say is the most common one. So let's read it together. The passive with reporting verbs. We often use the passive with reporting verbs when we want to talk about what people say or believe, but the identity of the people isn't known or isn't important. So we don't say who said it. Why? Because he isn't known or she isn't known, or it's not important. Again, we use the passive with reporting verbs when we want to talk about what people say or believe, but the identity of the people isn't known or it's not important. So number one, it plus passive reporting verb plus that plus the clause. So we have four parts here. It, then we have the passive reporting verb, then the word that, then we continue with the clause. So for example here, it is said. So the passive reporting speech here is said here. It is said that she is the leading expert on guerrilla communication. So the original sentence was, people say that she is the leading expert on guerrilla communication. So we want to change it into passive. We say, it is said. It is said that here she is the leading expert on guerrilla communication. Here also the second one, it is believed. So here we used said, here we used believed, that dolphins are the most intelligent of animals. The active sentence, the original sentence is, people believe that dolphins are the most intelligent of animals. So we don't say by people, because why? It's not important, or we just don't know. So we begin with it, then the passive reporting verb, like here, said or believed, then the word that, as you can see here, that, then you continue with the clause, she is the leading expert, or dolphins are the most intelligent of animals. Number two here, subject. So this is the form. Subject, passive reporting verb, to plus the infinitive or the perfect infinitive. So subject, like she here, then the passive reporting verb, said, to, here's to, the infinitive or perfect infinitive, to be the leading expert on guerrilla communication, or the subject here is dolphins are believed. So the passive here is believed, to, here it's to also be the most intelligent of animals. So this is the second part of the passive reporting verbs. We begin with the subject, she is, dolphins are. Then the passive reporting verb, said or believed. Then the word to here, to, the other two here. Then use the infinitive or perfect infinitive. Then you continue with the sentence. With present tense sentences, the passive reporting verbs is followed by a present infinitive. With present tense sentences, like taught here, the passive reporting verb is followed by a present infinitive. The cat is thought to be lost. Thought to be lost. So this is the present infinitive, to be lost. Again, the cat is thought to be lost. With past tense sentences, the passive reporting verb is followed by a perfect infinitive. So we say the cat was thought to have been lost. So perfect infinitive, that's why we added have. To have been lost sometime last week. Reporting verbs that can be used in the passive include believe, calculate, claim, consider, estimate, expect, feel, hope, say, and think. Because, of course, we already used believe and say, and here's thought here, think here is thought here. So these words that you can use as reporting passive verbs. So change the passive with it is said that. So use it is said that and then continue to write a passive here. People say that cats are very curious animals. People, we don't know them, say that cats are very curious animals. So what do we say here? It is said that, yes, it is said that cats are very curious animals. The second one, they say that pets should never be given chocolate. So what do we say here? It is said that, very good. It is said that pets should never be given chocolate. Excellent. Last one here, they say that groundhogs ate all the vegetables in the garden. So what do we say here? Again, they say that groundhogs ate all the vegetables in the garden. So what do we say here? It is said that groundhogs ate all the vegetables in the garden. Very good. Here's a language builder for you. Students should think twice when they read sentences with phrases like it is said that or she is believed to be. Why? They should ask themselves, why doesn't the writer tell me who said these things? This is an interesting question. Sometimes statements like these are made when the speaker or writer does not have support for the statement. Again, that he doesn't know who said that or that we don't care. So why doesn't the writer tell us who said these things, who said these words? Sometimes statements like these are made when the speaker or even the writer doesn't have support for the statement. So we don't know who said it. So exercise A here, circle A if the statement is active, P if passive. So we'll be reading all of these statements. If it is an active statement, just put circle on the A as an active. If it is a passive statement, just circle the P with passive. So, number one, young animals are often difficult to control. Here, young animals are often difficult to control. Is this an active or passive sentence? Young animals are often difficult to control. So, this is obviously an active. Number two, crocodiles are believed to be related to the dinosaurs. I think this is an easy one. Crocodiles, so we began with the object here, are believed to be related to the dinosaurs. So I don't know if this information correct or not. Are crocodiles related to dinosaurs? But we want to know, is this sentence active or passive here? Yes, very good. It is a passive sentence. Number 3, birds of prey can be found on every continent except Antarctica. Birds of prey can be found. Notice the structure here. Can be found on every continent except Antarctica. Yes, this is an easy one. It is also a passive. Number 4, because they cannot fly, penguins must live in areas where food is plentiful. Because they cannot fly, penguins must live in areas where food is plentiful. So is this active or passive here? So number 4 is active. Very good. Number 5, penguins can stay alive in colder weather longer than any other animal on Earth. Penguins can stay alive in colder weather longer than any other animal on Earth. So they can withstand the cold. But is this an active or passive sentence? So this one is also active. Very good. Cats are said to be, notice the structure here. Cats are said to be more independent than other pets. So this one is obviously, very good, obviously passive. Elephants in captivity should be given. Elephants in captivity should be given pedicures to keep their feet healthy. So should be given. Again, it's passive. Excellent. It is said that animals behave strangely before an earthquake. It is said that animals behave strangely before an earthquake. Who said that? We don't know or we don't care. So this is obviously is a passive. Exercise B, change each sentence from active to passive. Don't include the subject. Change each sentence from active to passive and leave the subject. Don't include the subject. The first one is already done. People will place many unwanted animals in shelters this year. So the subject here is the people. So we say many unwanted animals will be placed in shelters this year. If you want to add the subject, you say by people, but here we don't want to include the subject. Number 1, if possible, people should adopt cats in pairs. So this is an active sentence. Make it passive without including the subject. So what do we say here? Number 1, if possible, people should adopt cats in pairs. Begin with the object. Yes, if possible, we begin with if possible. Then we begin with the object. Cats should be adopted in pairs. The modal, then be, then the past participle, then you continue. You must vaccinate cats against diseases. You must vaccinate cats against diseases. So you here is the subject. And what's the object? Very good, it's cats. So yes, cats must be vaccinated against diseases. Excellent. Number 3, you should feed cats daily. You should feed cats daily. So what do we say here? Very good. It's the same. Begin with the object here, cats. Cats should be fed. Feed becomes fed. Then you continue the sentence daily. You can train your cat not to bite or scratch. You can train your cat not to bite or scratch. So what do we say here? Begin with the object. Yes, cats can be trained not to bite or scratch. Cats can be trained. Notice when you want to give a negative sentence here, we said not to bite. Not to bite. Again, cats can be trained not to bite or scratch. Number 5, people should never allow cats indoors. So, yes, very good. Cats should never be allowed indoors. Cats should never be allowed indoors. Number 6, you can find a lot of good information about caring for cats on the internet. You can find a lot of good information about caring for cats on the internet. So what do we say here? Begin with the object. Yes, a lot of good information about caring for cats on the internet, of course, can be found on the internet. Can, this is the modal here, be found, and then you continue with the sentence. You mustn't separate newborn kittens from their mother. This is the subject here. You mustn't separate newborn kittens. So this is the object, from their mother. So what do we say? Very good. Newborn kittens mustn't be separated from their mother. Number 8, you can leave your cat alone all day if it has water and food. You can leave your cat alone all day if it has water and food. So what do we say here? Yes, cats can be left alone all day if they have water and food. Number 9, your veterinarian will suggest an appropriate diet for your cat. Again, your veterinarian will suggest an appropriate diet for your cat. So, very good. We say an appropriate diet for your cat will be suggested by your veterinarian. We added the subject here. Or if you want to leave the subject, an appropriate diet for your cat will be suggested. Exercise C here, rewrite each sentence using the cue provided and the passive with reporting verb. People estimate that cheetahs can run up to 112 kilometers per hour. So we said here it is estimated that cheetahs can run up to 112 kilometers per hour. So number 1, people believe that elephants have good memories. People believe elephants have good memories. So what do we say? Elephants are, yes, very good. Elephants are believed to have good memories. Scientists believe also that reptiles are descendants of dinosaurs. That reptiles came from dinosaurs. So it is, yes, it is believed that reptiles are descendants of dinosaurs. Number 3, people believe that the cow is a quiet, docile creature. People believe that the cow is a quiet, docile creature. So the cow is, yes, the same word here, is believed to be a quiet, docile creature. Number 4, historians say that Napoleon feared cats. Historians say, it's not believe, say that Napoleon feared cats. So Napoleon is, yes, Napoleon is said. We chose said because here we have say. Napoleon is said to have feared cats. Napoleon is said to have feared cats. Number 5 here, neighbors say that the old lady who lives on the corner has 25 cats. Neighbors say. So the old lady on the corner is, yes, said to have 25 cats. Number 6, in China, people believe, so now we know what to write, that the giant panda is a gentle animal. So in China, the panda is, yes, believed to be a gentle animal. Conservationists calculate that pandas may become extinct in the wild over the next few decades. So conservationists calculate that pandas may become extinct in the wild over the next few decades. So it is, yes, it is calculated that pandas may have become extinct in the wild over the next few decades. People say, this is an easy one now, people say that giraffes can spot a person over a kilometer away. So it is said that giraffes can spot a person over a kilometer away. Witnesses claim that the horse threw off its rider. So the horse is claimed to have thrown off its rider. Number 10, biologists believe that dolphins can communicate with humans. So what do we say here? Yes, it is believed that dolphins can communicate with humans. And here are some fun facts here for amazing animal facts. The blue whale is the largest animal on Earth. It weighs 170 tons. That is the equivalent of 22 elephants. Giraffes and humans have the same number of bones in their necks, 7 bones, even though giraffes have longer, way longer necks. On average, sharks kill 10 people a year, but 100 people die every year because they are stepped on by cows. Most domestic cats live to be cats live to be 15 to 20 years old, but one cat in England lived to be 36. That's the oldest recorded age for a cat. And with that, we reach the end of this lesson. See you next lesson, inshallah. Subhanakallahumma bihamdik. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum.